From WCPO 9, it's a new day.
We have a gospel music trailblazer on A New Day today. I'm talking about Tracey Artis, who is the CEO of I Hear Music Incorporated. Tracey has driven the careers of some of the gospel's biggest powerhouses, including Kirk Franklin, Mary Mary, Kirk Clark, the Clark Sisters, Tasha Cobbs Leonard, Fred Hammond, and many more. Tracey, welcome to A New Day.
Thank you.
Now, you are a legend because 23 years of this excellence in this conference and all the gospel legends coming year after year. Can you just tell me more about it and how it came to be?
I Hear Music in the Air, 23 years, wonderful time planning and executing it every year. It came to be because I returned to the city 27 years ago and I found so many amazing gifts here in the city. So many gospel artists in their own right, so many groups and organizations that had a lot of questions and wanted to be more involved. So I started the 3-day weekend to celebrate gospel music, to educate people about gospel music, and to honor people in the music industry.
And that you really do. And you offer a Legends Ball that honors local and national trailblazers.
Yes.
Now, what will the Legends Ball look like this year?
The Legends Ball this year will be held at the Delta by Marriott Sunday, May the 19th, and we honor some of Cincinnati's finest. Minister of Music Eric Oliver, Minister of Music Eric Watford will be honored as well. A living legend, Miss Cleesta Mims. She housed music in her school that was a Martha Collins style school many years ago. So we're just excited about all the honorees. The Northern Brotherhood singers, they have sang all over the world, but they live right here in our city. So we wanted to make sure that we shine a spotlight on them this year as well. Pastor Brian Walker, a phenomenal minister. So we honor people in music and ministry.
And ministry. This is great, always. Now, you also offer workshops.
Yes.
And that's something that I like, especially for the people who are new in the music industry.
Right.
How can someone get involved in your workshops?
And they can go on our website at ihearmusicintheair.com and they can register for the workshop classes. This year, we're partnering with the National Association of Gospel Radio. So we'll have delegates come in from all over the country. National convention will be held in New Orleans coming up in 2024 for the National Association of Gospel Radio. But I'm co-chairing the regional summit this year, so I put it inside of the weekend I Hear Music. So the focus this year will be on gospel radio and how to break through at radio, how to get your music played, what type of music stations are looking for.
And that's information that people need to know, very much so. Now, the Clark Sisters movie, it is one of my favorite movies. And it gave people exposure to the tough music industry and their courageous story of faith. Do you think more gospel artists should be involved in film and and people should get exposure to their stories?
I really do, and I think so many are starting to break through, like Yolanda Adams and Kirk Franklin on television. So many of the gospel artists have had opportunities. The Clark Sisters are one of the artists that my firm promotes and markets. And Karen Clark will be here with us this year from the Clark Sisters for I Hear Music in the Air weekend. But I do believe that so many artists do have interest in getting into other facets of the music industry, film and television, and should.
And they really should. Now, what advice would you give to some aspiring gospel artists that are out there?
Right. I would say to write out your vision and make it plain. Be specific about what it is that you want to do, because some people want to travel and sing. Some people want to be recording artists. Some people are fine with ministering at their local assembly and then looking for the support that you need to undergird your ministry.
What is a key thing in your 23-year history of doing I Hear Music that you remember that was like a lasting moment for you?
Right. The very first one, just watching God give me the faith to do it, the courage to do it, planning it, and then seeing the very first one, which was held at the Quality Inn in Evendale. Alicia Reese was my first keynote speaker for the ball, and Donald Darby was my first honoree. I remember the next year honoring Kirk Franklin and him coming to be a speaker, and all the many concerts we've had, even during COVID. But my very first memory is probably one that will always stick with me, that we did it and we've been doing it 23 years, Also, I've been a music executive working in the music industry for 28 years.
Wow.
And all the years and the many labels that I worked for and the artists that I've worked for kind of brought me to this moment, because I knew when I first started that this was something I loved to do.
And this is a great moment. This
Yes.
is so much you've given to the community. Thank you so much, Tracey, for
You're
what you
welcome.
do.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on the show and giving exposure to gospel music and ministry.
Yes.
Now, can you tell people how to get tickets?
Yes, they can go to ihearmusicintheair.com. There are ticket outlets around the city that are selling tickets as well, but you can purchase your tickets directly online if you like. We will leave some tickets at the door. It's going to be sold out because we're almost sold out like we were last year. But don't miss Fred Hammond, Karen Clark Shear from the Clark Sisters, J.J. Harrison, local phenomenal artist, Pastor Jonathan Dunn. It's going to be an amazing night with gospel music.
Well, thank you so much for coming. Now, you have to come back and visit us again.
Absolutely.